After a long wait, Amazon The Boys is finally coming back for season 3. This time around, the show will be introducing new characters and powers into the mix. In this video, we'll be taking a look at one of those new characters, Soldier Boy, and we explain his powers and what we can expect from him in season 3. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn notifications when it's like this. Thank you so much for watching, and let's begin. Okay, so Soldier Boy is a Payback electric leader. He has a confrontation with Stormfront in the comics. We saw Stormfront in season 2, and there's a whole story with bot history. I did a timeline where I explained how bot created superheroes in World War II. I believe one of those characters is Soldier Boy, which we're gonna see in season 3. It's really interesting because the character in particular is two iterations, two characters in the comics as the same story as Crimson Countess. So the first one, he was in World War II and he was killed with Crimson Countess, and they actually died, the first version of the character. Then they develop a second version where we see Soldier Boy from the comics, the one that we see really scared. And there's a whole story about this character that makes you a little bit sad, because he's afraid, and I believe he's going to be changed for the show. So I'm going to explain what I think is going to happen. But in the comics, it's really a sad character. He did things to be part of the Seven, like sleep with Homelander. And yeah, he's a really interesting character in the comics, but I believe he's going to be changed. I believe that in the show, the character is going to be introduced as a really cocky, a really secure character, and he's going to bring a lot of tension into Homelander. So the Payback team that is going to be introduced, I'm going to do a separate video on all of the members that are going to be introduced in the show. And Payback is a take on the Avengers, as well as the Seven is a take on the Justice League. So I would love to see how that dynamic, how that controversy between these two teams is going to be, how if Soldier Boy is going to be a new member of the Seven, because as we know, the first episode of season 3 is actually Payback. So we're going to be the introduction of this new team. Like, hey, this is the new team that is going to save the world. So excited to see that. Crimson Countess is another member, and he is actually he has sex with Homelander to be a part of the Seven, to join the Seven. He fought in World War II. He also claims that Butcher claims that he refers to his story as an insult to the people who really did, but it's not, because there's a different Soldier Boy. His nose is bitten off by Butcher in issue 32, and he's captured alive but badly beaten by Butcher in issue 33, and he's searching for information in issue 34. At the beginning of issue 39, the cover of the newspaper showed there's a funeral being held for Soldier Boy, who he dies in the comics. And Soldier Boy is just a legacy title. So, as two earlier Soldier Boys have assisted, I believe it's going to be changed for Crimson Countess as well as Soldier Boy were part of bot history at the beginning, like Stormfront. So I would like to see that. So that's why I have a theory that they're going to change the backstory of the two new characters as well as the other characters, and the story of Payback is going to be changed for the show, which I would like to see, because making him a Soldier Boy part of the history, like from the beginning, in Boss history as well, as they were experiencing on Compound B on this character. So I would like to see that. And as well, like I said, for the Crimson Countess, they were part of the Vengeance Squad, and he was part of the American soldiers who were supposed to assist, but he was eliminated. So his powers are really different. Like, he has superhuman strength, superhuman speed, and I would love to see him as skilled use of his shield. But it's going to be, I'm so excited to see Soldier Boy, because it's going to be a take on Captain America, but from a really cocky, like, hey, douchey character, which I'm excited to see in season 3. But the thing about this, in the weakness of the character in the comics, that is really coward, but in the show is going to be taken in a different way. This is going to be played by Jensen, Ackles, he's an incredible actor. If you know him from Supernatural, he's just incredible. But I'm excited to see this in the show, the character of Soldier Boy, and how he's going to deal with the Seven as well as the boys. And everyone's going to have payback. The boys are going to have payback. The Seven are going to have payback. So I'm excited to see that. But I wanted to do a quick video on him. If you have any questions about who the character is in the comics, this particular characters like Soldier Boy and Crimson Countess have a really short run, and there's not a lot of information about them. But I'm excited to see how it's going to be changed in season 3. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Christian from Beyond Premiere, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.